Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is Vanilla Mint Chapstick. Today is July 19th. We have two more looks to do in this series, and I keep thinking to not do them because they're all being paired with Bronze Seduction, and so I'm thinking I can just use the quad that I have, Venusian. Why did I pick up an Hourglass palette? Venusian Nude, which has similar base shades as Bronze Seduction. As far as this one, which looks like it may, no, it doesn't double for Extreme Aubergine, but this would still be for the outer corner. And this shade could possibly be a dupe for Entrapment. And I'll show you the two that I'm talking about in Bronze Seduction. I'm talking about this shade here and this shade, or even possibly the deeper shade for this one and the other one for that one. So if that's what we're going to be using, which I don't know yet, I'm thinking to just scratch that. But then I'm also thinking, because I haven't used the Bliss Astral quad yet, to pair that one with Venusian, I forgot the name of it already, the quad I just showed you. I just woke up about an hour ago and I actually have somewhere to go, so this is sort of a get ready with me, and I'm rushing. I did everything with the base face except for cheek highlight because we're going to use a shadow out of one of these palettes. Here's a question for you all who have been here and those of you who do watch every video. Do you want me to still say the intro in every single video? I don't mind it, and when I stopped saying it altogether, some people were commenting, you know, I really missed it, or they were messaging me like, I miss hearing your intro. And even for me to say it, when I'm saying it to you, I'm saying it to myself as well. So it is a nice reminder. I just don't want to be redundant, and I may just be overthinking or underthinking because I am still half asleep. So let me know. For right now, though, and you know what, by the time you see this, it'll be like a week from now. So you will still hear it in every video, unless it's just something I'm just trying to be in and out. So for those of you who are new, and for those of you who enjoy hearing the intro, I call this the Crazy Troll Nation, being that the crazy is just enjoying your channel, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, enjoying the videos that you do, and also enjoying the channels that you watch, whatever content that you watch, aside from beauty related stuff, because that's why you're here, right? Yeah. And the troll part, I am being so weird. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or even a certain technique. Use whatever you want to use, however you want to use it, to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. That's the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation, is loving yourself for who you are and for how you look, regardless of whether or not you have on face paint, because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, embrace your natural features, enhance them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. You are amazing the way that you are. This video, as you can see from the title, we are pairing Bronze Seduction and which is Mothership number 5, and Mothership number 1, which is Subversive. It is not. Number 1 is Subliminal. I know y'all like, girl, why you doing videos and you have sleep? Because that's what we do here. I haven't been sleeping well either. We're going to take, what are we taking? We're taking Disobedient. I haven't been sleeping well. Maybe like 3 days ago, I slept very well, but I slept crooked. And so this area right here, it's still hurting, and it's been like 3 days. And so the last few nights, I've been sleeping on my back, which they say is good for your face because gravity just keeps everything pulled backward. And so I propped up my pillows in a way that I can just lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. And it is comfortable, but at some point, I want to roll over and sleep on my side, and I'm making a conscious effort not to do that. And so it's been disruptive to my sleep, and still my shoulder. I do have a massage. Today is Wednesday. I think my massage is Tuesday, and she's really good. I'm hoping by then it still won't be hurting like it is right now, but if it is, she'll work it out. but it's painful and it's uncomfortable. And even sitting here, I could feel it. And I've been stretching it, I've been massaging it as best I can because I can't quite reach whatever not developed in there in that muscle. So I haven't been sleeping well. So yes, my discoloration is like, hey, how y'all doing? And even though I am sleeping, it's not a restful sleep, which it seldom is, but coupled with this additional pain, it's not good. So as I was saying earlier, we have 2 more looks for this series, and when I thought to do the series, I didn't count the days. And this will air, I think, the 27th or the 28th. And so I have like either 3 or 4 more looks to do, which will take us to the end of the month. And that's why I was thinking to just do the quads next month when I do my basket of haul stuff that I still need to use. Which isn't a lot. It's not a lot of stuff. But I also want to break out my new Biba, my new Lila that I took out of my Macari store. So I want to recreate the looks that I did before. And I'm not sure if those looks are still there. I have a playlist for every palette. I'm debating, let me know your thoughts on this. For my Pat McGrath, I have all those looks just in one playlist. And I also have a playlist for Month of McGrath 2023. So if somebody just wants to see this one, they can. And especially since I'm using all the Motherships. But let me know what you think if I should split up the playlist. So for like Natasha Denona, I have a Natasha Denona playlist. Then I have Natasha Denona Circle Loco, Natasha Denona Biba, Natasha Denona Lila, Natasha Denona Zendo and Sunrise, Natasha Denona Sunset. So either someone can just play all for all of the palettes, or they can just go to the specific palette they want. And I have the same thing for Nomad, period, then Orient Express, Iceland, Mount Verde, Club Forest, Haunted Europe. I break it down. So do you think I should do that for Pat McGrath, especially since I'm doing all of these looks? And there will be overlap because where I'm pairing palettes, those will be in those 2 playlists. And if you think I should do a playlist for each palette, should I just delete the overall playlist that has every single thing in it? You know what I mean? And the same for Nomad and for Natasha Denona. I kind of think Natasha Denona I'll keep, I don't know, because I do have like some of her face palettes and things in that playlist too. But let me know your thoughts on that. And I don't think anybody is really bothered by it. And if they want to see them all, they see them all. If they want to see a particular palette, you know, you can just watch that particular palette playlist, you know what I mean? And I think I'm just thinking too much right now, to be honest with you, because honestly, I don't think anyone really cares. I don't. It is easy if someone is looking for something, but in the larger scheme of things, I really don't think people care. So I'm just asking what your thoughts are. Mothership number 1, Subliminal. We're going to take Blitz Blue, which we're going to find out what it looks like next to this. My challenge was still the same that I mentioned in another video, trying to put colors together, color combinations that I haven't done, because I know I've done like the pinks and the oranges and the rose golds from these palettes. And so I just want to do something different. And so that was the only challenge. Is I am rushing and this looks messy as hell. Yeah, so just trying to do something different than what I've already done, because we are showcasing the Motherships and we're pairing them, trying to do something new, trying to learn something new. I don't remember taking blue all over the lid. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to do that today. This is looking really janky right here. And so I'm going to go back and forth. This shadow, even though this is a celestial shade, this is one of the baked ones. And it feels creamy. I love this formula. Someone was commenting the sneak peek, I think, is going to be shown today, the new palette. And again, today is July 19th. And people are like, oh no, wow, who would have thought another pink gold palette? Just looking at the packaging, and I'm just like, I am not here for it. And I said to someone, I think it was Dawn, hey girl, I said, I hope Divine Rose 1, Divine Rose 2, and Utopian Dream are not inbreeding. I'm just over the pinks and stuff, and I didn't buy either one of those 3 palettes because the color story is just not me. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, someone commented that they wanted her to bring the baked formula back for the celestial shades, and I was like, that's what I said. Like, have 2 of the chunky monkeys, because those are the high shine wet look, and have 2 of the baked ones, which is like this one. The first 3 Motherships, the 4 celestial shades, are baked. I'm just trying to get this line even. I do have a shade picked out for transition, and I think I'm going to use it. And this is not blending well. And yes, I know I mixed the warm tone and the cool tone, and so it's going to look a little muddy. So we're tapping into Disobedient, and we're going to tap right here on the line because we're going to make it work. Ooh, that just took over. So we're going to go back and forth. So I was surprised to see somebody write that comment, because sometimes when I think things, I think I'm the only one. Or maybe it's because I've never seen anybody else comment such a thing or write such a thing. And because there's the hype with, you know, the high shine wet look chunky monkey shades. This is the one that had Blitz Blue on it. And so I didn't think that other people were really missing the baked formula. I don't even know if that's blending. If that's still not looking blended later, we're going to just tap something over it. Tap one of the sparkly shades over it, because that'll hide. Excuse me if you heard that hiccup and gurgle in my throat. That'll hide where it's not quite blending. That blue, and this is the shirt I'm wearing today. This is my shirt that says kind of classy, kind of hood. And I got the nerve to be late to this meeting. It's about like a 30-minute drive. They do a social time first, and so it's not that I'll be really late. They do social time for like the first 30 minutes, and I have forgot, even though it's sending a meeting notice. And so I got there early last time and had to wait like 15 minutes for the social time, and then the social time was 30 minutes, and I'm just like, can we just start the meeting? And I had just woken up too, like an hour before that, and so I was still half asleep. And when I'm half asleep, like my tolerance is lower, my patience is lower, because my brain is like, why are you awake? So I think my mind is just like upset at myself for being up and have the nerve, you know, to be somewhere where I have to think and do things. And of course I was drinking Mountain Dew so I can be alert driving. So it just, I felt irritable. And I did tell the host, I was like, please forgive me if I seem agitated. I'm just still half asleep. And she specifically asked me to attend the meetings. And so I went, but I was really just like wanting to still be home sleeping. And so that was that. And we have the same situation going on this side, of course, because they're the same 2 shades and the same 2 formulas. So we're just going back and forth, as you can see, with the blue. That is not looking good. This is the brush that had Disobedient. We're just going to tap right now. We're not adding any more because it just took over, and we're going to go back and forth. When I added more here, just the tap, it took over. Like, there's a clear line of where they both start and stop, these shades. Like, there's no blending together. So I think we're going to just tap something over it or do something else to make it look better. And as far as blending out the top edge, I don't even know how well that's going to blend. So I'm just all sorts of jacked up today. And you know what? I was going to put my contacts on after I did my makeup, my eyeshadow look, which it can be challenging because usually when I put my contacts in, my eyes will tear for a little bit because the lenses are wet, and you put them on and then you're blinking and it squeezes out, you know, the excess fluid from whatever was on the contact lens. And so I have to, if I put contacts in after I do my eyeshadow, I have to be really careful so that my eyes don't tear a lot, and then just try and catch it in the tear duct area before it either runs down or runs up into my eyeshadow. But I think I'm just wearing my glasses, and so some of it will be camouflaged anyway. For some reason, my eye discoloration isn't looking as bad as it looked earlier, or it might just be me, but this is definitely like my dark patch. If you're new here, I know that this is my darkest patch. It's like right here. Because when you compare this side to that side, this side is definitely darker, and it's because of how my skin healed after I had a procedure done to remove milia and other stuff under my eyes. So we're going to take sponge tip applicator, because we're going to use from Mothership number 5 bronze seduction. We're going to take Astral Lunar Gold. I forget what color this is. I'm thinking it might be green, even though the one above it looks green and gold. But so we're going to see. We're going to use the one that says it's Astral Lunar Gold, but it's white. And I'm hoping I don't get this on my pants. I'm wearing black leggings, so if this gets on there, it's just going to be there. So this is going on the inner corner right there. I don't like it. I don't like how that looks, but we're going to make it work. That's what we do here. If you like funkiness, this is funky for you. Ooh, and it's like traveling. So I'm gonna just tap right here because it's over here anyway. It's none on my pants, which is good. So, but you know what? It's not bad, because let's just take it a little further over just to see if we can get a little green hue going on here. So for those of you who like light inner corner or tear duct area, here you go. Because I know I don't always do it. I be looking crazy. Like, why don't I just look down here instead of looking up here and then trying to squint to see, which makes my eye smaller so I can't see my entire lid. Because I'm weird and wacky and I own it. Own who you are. We're going to go back to the brush that had the blue. We're not adding any more right now. We're just going to just tap. We're going to have to add more because this it's like we ain't going nowhere. So I'm tapping into the blue. Well, swipe very lightly into the blue, and that shade is not going nowhere. Astral Lunar Gold is not going anywhere. Even putting this on top of it, like, look, it is not moving. There's like a line right here. It is not moving. Well, from what I can see, it's not moving. Wow. Okay. 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 I'm trying to just get it to look even as far as like where the main line is. Why did I just think of that gospel song? Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Yo, I be thinking of just like random stuff at random moments. And on this side, it looks like it has more. This side looks like the gold goes further over. So we're gonna press and overlap. I think that looks more even. But in person, like looking down here, they're still like all over here. But we're gonna leave it like that. And there's like a line right here. Y'all, that shade. And what I want to do, I want to take something. I see sparkles on my nose. Because when I'm looking down, I'm seeing stuff. I forget their name. You'll know who you are. They had said they remove. Why am I talking in staccato? They use tape to remove fallout. And I remember doing that back in the day, or hearing people do that back in the day. I just don't have tape here with me. And that is a good tip, because it will just lift it right off of your face. And so thank you for reminding all of us of that. And I'm saying all of us because I'm sharing that information with other people. We're going to take from Mothership number 1, and we'll have used 1, 2, 3 shades total from each palette, not including the shade that we're going to use for cheek highlight. This is Ultimate Taupe, and that's what we're going to use for our transition area. And I'm hoping it doesn't look dusty, but we're going to see. So we're tapping in, tapping off, and we're going to tap first just to see what it does up here, and then we're going to go lightly back and forth just to blend, or try to blend, because this is a light shade for me. We're going to do small circular motions, which brings the color up or down depending which way I go. So this is bringing it down. So I don't know if you can tell what it's doing to the blue. I'm wondering if I should tap this in between, like right here, but I don't want it to look dusty. I do think, yeah, this does look blended compared to this side. If you look here and then here, and it also took away some of Disobedient. So we're going to take the brush that had Disobedient, not adding shadow to it, and we're just going to tap it right here because I do like this corner part a little higher up. And is this helping it to blend? I don't know. I'm going to tap into Disobedient very lightly, and I'm tapping off, and we're just going to tap that right here. Yeah, I think this is what I want. I'm thinking if I could have taken Disobedient all the way over like I did with that other shade. What was it? It was Deep Shade. How did I remember that? I have no idea. I think this is looking messy. I don't know, but that's okay because sometimes we're messy. But we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to try and stay up top closer to the brow bone because I don't want to take away this shade here, but I definitely want to get a blend over the blue. Thank you all for being here, and it is taking away some of that shade. I don't want to take away the shade, I just want to blend this blue. Yo, this blue is no joke, and I finally use it and the look is kind of jacked. So we're going to small circular motions. Yo, this blue, y'all, I shouldn't have taken it that higher up, so that way I could have just tapped and let it blend itself out like I have been doing. But this is just like so intense. I didn't tap off this time, and we're putting it right on the top edge of the blue. This shade is beautiful. This, I don't know if it would be a nice one and done because it is so bold, and as you see, like wherever you put it, that's where it stays. And I did use a dense brush, and so maybe I should have used a brush like this one, which would have given it the shadow more flexibility, because this brush, where you place it, as you see, is where it stays. And that's what happened. I put it there and it stayed. So this is kind of what we got. I can see the blue blending out. And it's the tone of this as well, because it is such a light shade that it's not going to look like it's doing much. And I just want the blue to look blended. I don't want to take it away. And I do think, excuse me, that does look better. Disobedient, we're going to tap some more, like right here. I'm trying to figure out what shade I want to tap over this line. And again, it's because this is such a warm tone and this is such a cool tone, and because that blue is so bold, that's why they're not mixing well together. And so I do know that, but we still do things here because it may have worked out. Like, I don't know. And I'm not even going to say it's muddy because this is a dark shade, so this looks like mud all on its own. It's just that they're not blending together. So what shade are we going to put there? What are we going to do? Meanwhile, I'm starting to sweat. Meanwhile, we're going to take the black. I'm not liking this look because I'm not liking that stark line. And I don't know, you know what we're going to do? I just figured it out. We're going to take this shade, this brush, excuse me, and we're going to be sensible. Since when are we sensible? And we're going to take Substance. And I didn't want to do this because I think we did these two before. I'm not sure. But we're going to take Substance, this shade here, and we're going to tap that right here. Yeah, that is working. That is working. So we're just tapping where those two meet. I'm turning it this way to make sure I get into the crease, which is right here. Because when my lids are this way, shadow does not get into my crease. It doesn't even get on my lid. So that's why I raise my lids, and that's why I'm going sideways, because I want to make sure to get that in there. That looks a lot better. That looks a whole lot better. Okay. So we're just tapping it there. So you see the difference. This is blended. This is like a straight line. And as I was saying, this being warm tone and this being cool, this is a cool tone too. So you can mix tones It's just how you do it. And this was a learning experience. I did not know if this was going to work. But y'all know we just do stuff here. And if we don't like something, we try to figure it out. And we figured it out. We have figured it out. And it's working. So we've learned something. So it just depends on the tones of those shades. And I don't want to do too much. But this is working. I am sweating. I need to get out of here. Need to get out of here. That's nice. This is still stark to me. Like that's just like, whoa, like why'd you do that? And I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. You know what? This is where I need to just really quit. I need to write this down. We're going to take Bronze Blaze, this shade here, from Bronze Seduction. Oh my gosh, this is... And we're going to tap that right here. I'm doing too much. That's not looking good. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I'm liking this. Let me do the other side and keep thinking about it. I don't even know why. Yeah, because I was just saying that looked too stark. And so, trying to... That blue is so bold and that gold is just so bright yellow. It's just like, I think I like it, but I kind of like it and I kind of don't. We're going to take the brush that had the blue. It's definitely different. I'm laughing at myself like, girl, just put on your mascara and leave. So we're just tapping. We didn't add any more shadow. And we're going to just go back and forth. And since we did that side, we're going to do this side too. Y'all, I just be doing things. You know what? I do like it because it's different. And it's giving a different type of gradient. That's what it was, because there wasn't a gradient between the blue and that gold. But I am liking it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember that and write that down. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. So we're gonna take... I do think the blend can be better, but it's not awful. You know what I'm gonna do? Shit. We're gonna take this brush and we're gonna go back into Ultimate Taupe. And we're gonna just run that directly on the line. This is a more dense brush than the one we used before, and we're going primarily just over top of the blue. Okay, I like that better. I don't know if you can see a difference between this side over the blue and this side. So we're going right over the blue, the top edge of the blue. We're not going to bring it far out because I'm liking how that's looking. So we're just staying right here. I hope this is encouraging you to try to make stuff work. If you don't like it, just work it out. And because I'm running late, I don't have time to... I wouldn't wipe it off and start over anyway. But I know I said before, like, I don't recommend, you know, if you got like 15 minutes to do makeup and be out the door, to not experiment. But I like this a lot better, yeah. But if you do have the time, or if you're confident you can make it work, and you don't wear glasses, because glasses do camouflage a lot, then just go for it and just figure it out. So I hope, yeah, let me know if this helps you or if this inspires you to just play in makeup. I think that looks a whole lot better. Yes, yes. Okay, this is down to a nub again. Oh gosh, I meant to sharpen it. I do have fallout right here. I have flakes down here, and it is from that inner corner shade. But we're gonna leave it because we got things to do today. I returned my modem at Comcast. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other video. Yeah, I did, because I had also said I stopped at Ulta, then I went to Aldi's. Yeah, so since I'm leaving out, I unplugged the old modem, which was only like a few days old, and plugged in a new one. So when I get back tonight, I'll go on the Xfinity mobile app and connect everything. It was a plan to do that this morning, but because I kept going back to sleep, that didn't happen. Because that might take me, it takes me long. The process is only a couple minutes, but for me, it takes a long time because I'm not tech savvy, and then I always do something I shouldn't have did. I'm looking to see what we're taking. VR Violet. Oh shoot, this shade here, VR Violet. So let's take this brush, and that's going to go lower lash line, and then we're going to put another shade on top of it. Oof, this is a chunky shade. We're going to press and wiggle. I was going to put the darker shade on it first, but then I think this will adhere better on the liner versus a powder shadow, well, a non-glittery shadow. So we're going to just do that. And I'm like holding this palette here. I'm like so weird. I like how that looks. That's this shade. I'm just like, these shades, I'm like, what color are you? And that's part of the excitement. It's like, what is it? And then if I put it on and I'm like, ew, then I gotta figure out what else to do to fix it. Just like this was white, but then it's like a bright gold. But it does say gold, Astral Lunar Gold. But it was bright. Well, you seen it. You saw it. VR Violet. I was going to dip into the wrong shade. So this is going to go here. I like that, just how it is. This eye feels like it's tearing, and it feels like it's tearing upward. So we're just going to tap. And since we're tapping there, we're just going to tap over here, even though we didn't need to. Now we're going to put that brush away. I think I have fallout in my eyelashes because I'm seeing a lot of sparkle and shine. The ones down here, though, these are throwing me off because there's like specks under my nose, like here. I remember people would put powder under their eyes before they did their eye makeup. I'm like, my fallout is not always under my eyes. Sometimes it's over my entire face. Now we're going to take Extreme Aubergine. That shade we just used was from Subliminal Mothership 1. Now we're going to take Extreme Aubergine, this shade from Brown Seduction, and we're going to put that on our lower lash line. I just want it smoky down here. So are we good on time? Yeah, we're good on time. We're going to put that there. I like that. They were saying also, the one that reminded me about the tip of using tape to remove fallout. They were also talking about some people don't put shadow on their lower lash line. I like a smoky eye look, so that's why I do it. And I have seen some people do a smoky eye and don't put anything underneath. I think it balances out. I think. But as the motto is, do your makeup however you want to. So there is no right or wrong. It's what you like. There's like a hook right here. Like when I look straight, there's like a hook right here. Like why? We're going to take a brush with no shadow on it. Where's that other stubby brush? I don't want to take too long. I feel like I'm taking too long. So we're just going to pull this brush, which is not the one that I wanted. No, we're not. We're just going to take this one because it has a flat edge. And because it just looks like, I don't want to pull it because that's going to distort it completely. Because it looks like this one piece is coming down too far. When I look straight it does, but when I turn it doesn't. It might just be the reflectiveness of that first shade. So we're going to put that down. We're going to stop. What are we using for our cheek highlight? Oh shit. Shoot. I think we used Skin Show Divine Nude before, but we've also used Skin Show Nude before. We're going to use Skin Show Nude from Subliminal. This shade right here. Lit from within glow. Nice and simple. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all, I tapped in 3 times. Wow. It's subtle, but it's there. I tapped in once. On the brush, it looks almost greenish, but it might just be what my eye is seeing. Oh my gosh, I like this. Tapping in once again. That looks greenish to me. But maybe just because it's such a light, whatever color. This one here, maybe that's why it looks like that. I'm going to tap one time. Wow. I like that. I really, ow! It dropped on my leggings, but nothing came off of the brush. Because it's on my face. Like, that's a good brush for highlight. What are we going to do now? We're going to, shit. We still got to do liner on upper lash line. I just keep feeling like I want to be done. But we're going to do this thing. We're going to do the damn thing. I am getting the hang of this felt tip. I still don't like it. But I'm used to it now. And for maybe the third or fourth time, I didn't shake it up because it doesn't need to be shaken. I am used to using it, but I still don't like it. Definitely will not repurchase. Definitely. I feel like Rain Man. Definitely. Or am I a DJ mixing a record? I definitely will not purchase the pencil liner. What else? For those who are new here, or if this is your first Pat McGrath series video you're watching, the mascara gave me an issue. My eyes didn't like it, but that's why I don't use the Pat mascara. The concealer, the foundation I use is M18. The M18 concealer, it was too olive. The M17 was way too light, peachy or something. It just was like, And so that's why I don't use those products. I like this wing better on this side, but the other side I came out too far by accident. So we're just trying to make them even, which may not matter because I'm going to have my glasses on. And nobody's going to be all up in my face like that anyway. And if they are, I'm going to be like, can you back up, please? So that's what we're going to do for that. I'm just going to put on mascara. I'm not going to do the mascara primer. We're going to slap this on real quick. Not slap it on, but I do really like that mascara primer. It's Lancome Fills Booster. I have a mini size of the Dior. And it's a primer and a mascara duo. I still haven't used it yet because I don't want to have a lot of mascaras open at one time, but I am curious to see if I will like that one as much as the Lancome one. I've been using the Lancome one for years and years. I lost track of how many years I've been using it. I really like it, and when I like something, I will stick with it until they discontinue it. Excuse me for that, whatever that was. So even though I do want to put my contacts in, I'm not, because the glasses will help camouflage all this glitter under my eyes, sparkles under my eyes, and I won't have to worry about my eyes tearing while putting in the contacts. Astral Moonflower. Gonna put it over top of chapstick. I did, well, I'm not gonna say anything about that right now. So this is the last one that we were supposed to put this over the black, but because I didn't sharpen it, that eye crayon, we're just putting this on. So maybe we'll do that another day. I have to remember, so I'm gonna leave this out to do that. And this is what people say: if you do a bold eye, do a neutral lip. Don't tell me what to do. That is it for, no, we're gonna spray with the Jab and Nest spray. So you see my face now, and you see the eye look. And I did that so you can see how it looks after I spray it. Ooh. And I do try to keep my eyes... Ooh, my mascara sticking. I forgot you should spray. Well, I should spray before I put the mascara on. And it's like all over, like I am just wet. I try to keep my eyes open. Well, my puffiness raised so that the spray doesn't crease within my crease. And actually, I don't have any white spots. Sometimes when I do that, I have on white spots. Why am I tripping? I can be using my official YouTuber tool to dry my face quicker. And it does feel wet on my eyelids. So I'm going to just concentrate there to make sure that that's dry. But then when I close my eyes, my upper lashes are sticking to my lower lashes. Did I say lower? Probably. My upper lashes are sticking to the lower lashes because of the spray. Okay, everything feels dry. I'm going like that because it feels like my lashes are sticking. So this is today's face. This is the look. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think of how we fixed it, how we got a blend by patting on another shadow there. And what do you think about how we patted this shadow here to kind of blend between that bright gold and the blue? And I do need to write that down. So I'm going to get close. Oh man, I hate when that happens. I see some blue right here. I hate when I don't see fallout till like after the fact. It's like right here. So I'm going to get close so you can see what the spray does to my face. So it does give it a shine without looking oily, but to me it was borderline oily when I put it on in the last video, like when I came in and did the check-in. But this is what the powder does. It does just kind of just bring everything together. To me, you know what that spray does for me, the look it gives me is the look that the Hourglass finishing powders gives me. It just further just, how they say, melds everything together, which I don't understand that saying. But to me, it just helps everything blend more seamlessly, and it does give it a slight glow without looking shiny. That to me is what the Hourglass powders do, and that's the look that this spray gives me. And I found it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I'll just drop two things. I forget what it costs, but I was curious about it. I'm glad that I did get it, and I am liking it. But when I get sweaty, it's kind of borderline, am I greasy looking or not? We are going to go. Thank you for being here. So let me know about adding the shadow in between the dark shade and the blue, and adding the shadow between the gold and the blue, and let me know what you think about the blend. Yeah, and let me know also, if you're here for every video, do you want me to not do the intro in every single video? Maybe like every second or third or fourth video. Yeah, so those are the questions for this one. Thank you for being here. Comments always welcome. I love the interaction. There's a membership button down below. There's super thanks. There's a lot of information in the description box. There's just a lot of stuff. Oh, and let me know about the playlist too. Yo, I'll be asking a lot of questions. I really do. Yeah, so let me know all of that stuff. And you will see me in the next video. But before I go, as always, self-acceptance, self-love. Getting in position for pictures. So this will be in the middle and not, because when I do the side pictures, I don't want it to be over the thing. So if I do it this way, at least both sides is white and black. Anyway, as always, stop tripping, troll. Yes, as always, stop tripping, troll. As always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.